Found this 1950s mid-century modern piece for only $10 at a Salvation Army. I tried bugging it down for $5, but she was resisting, and she did originally say 15, but I said the drawers didn't even come out, and they were literally struggling to come out. It's missing handles. I'm gonna need to glue it back together because the brackets aren't in. All the varnish is coming off. There's a big crack on the top and on the side, and it's pretty rough on the top, so I'm just gonna give it a clean down first with some water. I'm going to take off all the handles. While I was trying to take them off, one of the screws were screwing up. Get it? The joke? Joking. And I couldn't get it out, so I had to literally use my chisel to get it out, and it was such a mission. But I'm just going to take out my drawers now, and I'm going to label them 1 through 3 and put them on the drawer with some tape. As you can see, the screws are screwed up and I can't even unscrew them because someone destroyed them before, so I got them, destroyed them even more when I tried unscrewing them, so I'm going to have to think of a way to get these out. Yeah, so while in the process of doing that, I accidentally broke the handle, so luckily I have thought of a new idea. I'm just gonna do 2 of the same handles at the top, and then at the bottom, then 2 different handles in the middle, and I found these 2 in my handles box, and this will go great with them. So I'm gonna spray paint them all gold.
I'm gonna spray paint them silver, them gold. Yeah.
I've decided scrapers are very good for these pieces as they tend to be older pieces, and the varnish or the whatever the stuff, the finishes, comes off way easier than more modern pieces that I work on when trying to scrape off the varnish. So, you know, it saves me money on using stripper. So I definitely recommend buying yourself one of these scrapers. You can see the legs and the brackets that attach to the legs. It is rusty as hell and they are so yucky, so I'm going to give those a clean. Let me just untighten them and yeah. I'm going to put some tape around the legs and I'm going to spray paint the bottom brass with gold spray paint. Before I get on to cleaning all the rust in the brackets, Angel said to like, subscribe and comment where you're from. She just gave you a fist bump. So I'm going to use some liquid green and some Barkeeper's Friend. That usually does it well and didn't do me wrong. So yeah, I'll let that sit for an hour or so, but for now I'm just going to glue back in the whole bottom of it because you can see these brackets were coming out, so I'm going to use my big clamp and glue it back in, and as well as the middle. I don't know if I've ever told you guys, but using a real thin piece of paper or something is really good in getting in tight gaps to put glue in, or use a syringe is very good, and it actually works very well. Just to make sure it isn't bending, it is level, so that is just fine. I looked at the bag, it looked pretty rusty with the water, and it smelled like rust, so I'm going to fill up a bowl with some water, and I'll clean it out with some water in the bowl while I brush it down. Look at the comparison there. It just shows that this is a absolute game changer.
These are very useless screws. I'm just going to throw them away. It's worked well.
You might be asking why I throw away those screws. Well, while I was trying to take it off, actually some was so hard to get out, and they just needed new ones, so they were easier to get in and out. So I had some lying around. Well, I bought new ones months ago, and they were gold, so it went well with it. I'm going to use my furniture wax crayons to fill in this crack on the top, and I decided the top one is going to work the best. I'll let that sit for 5 minutes, but for now I'm going to drill my new holes for these new handles I've spray painted. So I'll just fill in the old holes with the furniture crayon. I'm now going to sand the furniture wax down with 120 grit sandpaper. As you can see, it's not even noticeable. For the wood grain to show better with my finishing stain, I'm going to sand it down with 120 grit sandpaper, and it will usually give it a better finish. I'm now going to vacuum all the dust off. So I bought a new stain and I like this one so far. It actually makes the wood show out most of the time because my Danish oil usually does it only for dark woods and this one does it for light woods. And I tend to get light woods more than I do dark woods. If you have made it to the end, go check out these other two videos. But that is it. And did you like the final result?